We're thrilled that this Sunday we're going to be able to begin to meet together again. And we're excited about what the Lord's going to do this Sunday. We're working hard all week to make sure that the property is ready, and we also want to help you be prepared for Sunday. On Sunday, we certainly want to honor the Lord. We also want to protect the health of our church family and abide by the government guidelines. So in order that we can really focus on the Lord on Sunday, we want to ask you to take the time to watch this brief video. The pastor's prepared a presentation sharing what our plans are and what the guidelines are that we would ask you to abide by on Sunday as we start to meet together.
What you're going to be seeing represents Virginia requirements. And then you're also going to just see some recommendations that they've made, and we're going to let you know how we're responding to the requirements and also the recommendations. So listen carefully, and we look forward to answering any questions that you might have. The state is requiring 50% occupancy of the room or facility in which the service is being conducted. And so how are we going to respond? Well, individual attendees must be 6 feet apart. Families may sit together. The backs of our pews will be marked as a point of reference. Every other pew then is closed, but you'll be able to see where you can sit, where you shouldn't sit, in order to keep that distancing. The state is asking that no items be passed to or between attendees who are not family members. We won't be passing the plate, but ushers will hold offering plates at the rear auditorium doors. So as you pass them, you can put your offering in there. When it comes to the Lord's table, we look forward to being able to do that again at the beginning of June, but individually wrapped communion sets will be distributed the first Sunday in June. When it comes to bulletins, you're not going to be receiving those. There also won't be any handouts that we'll give you. We're to post signage at entrances giving COVID-19 warnings and public health reminders. No one with a fever or symptoms of COVID-19 or known exposure in the prior 14 days is permitted to attend. We're going to trust our church family, who loves their church family, to not take any risks or chances. Then individuals who are sick or at high risk for exposure should stay home. And then social distancing of 6 feet should always be maintained by non-family members. The state is recommending that you wear a face covering over your nose and mouth. Good news will not require you to wear a face mask, but those who wish to are encouraged to do that. The next recommendation: allow interior doors to remain open to limit touching of door handles. If you see a door open, you understand it needs to stay open. But ushers will open and close doors at the back of the auditorium before, after, and during services as needed. Restroom doors will remain closed, but proper hand washing is expected. Next, provide sanitizing stations at entry and exit points. These stations will be set up at main entrances with hand sanitizer, paper towels, and a limited number of face masks. Attendees are asked to bring their own hand sanitizer if they have it. And if you have extra, donations of hand sanitizer and disposable face masks are appreciated. Remind attendees about social distancing in parking lots and common areas. So in those common areas, again, 6-foot distancing guidelines should always be observed for non-family members. That includes the parking lot, the church foyer, hallways. As far as church vehicles, to be able to be cautious because of social distancing and cleaning requirements, no church vehicles will be operated to pick up attendees during this phase of reopening. Now, the state of Virginia is also recommending that only adults come to the services. Because we believe strongly that families should worship together, parents may bring the whole family to church as they determine is best. Please understand, there will be no nursery, children's church, Sunday school, or frontline clubs during this phase of reopening. Pre-recorded Sunday school and Wednesday night videos will still be available each week for the children. Now, that does not include the teens, and we're going to say more about the teens in a little bit. So let's talk about the weekly service schedule. On Sunday morning, 9:30. The regular Sunday morning service will resume this Sunday with proper social distancing guidelines in place. You can fellowship, keep your distance. Ushers will be very active helping people find their places. There will be an area set up in the fellowship hall. The live stream will be set up in there. Of course, we're asking for your patience because we just don't know what to expect on Sunday. That brings us to Sunday school and adult Bible fellowships at 11. Adults will remain in the auditorium for a combined adult Bible fellowship. We'll encourage you then to remain seated in the same place where you sat for the morning service. If you end up over in the fellowship hall, in that overflow area, we're just going to ask you to stay there, fellowship together. You can take it in over there if you choose to stay. Teens will be dismissed to the teen room. Social distancing guidelines will be in place there. Let's talk about Sunday night, 6 o'clock. We look forward to being back together for that. The regular Sunday evening service will resume this Sunday with proper social distancing in place. The evening service will be live streamed. Wednesday night at 7, the regular Wednesday prayer meeting service will resume. Teens, when they arrive, will go straight to the youth room. They'll have their regular protein time. Let me just share these final reminders. We recommend that our seniors, Sunshine Class, Triple L, use extreme caution in returning to church during this phase of reopening. That's our recommendation. You do what you feel like the Lord would have you to do. Each believer should have complete freedom about doing what they believe is best for themselves and their family without feeling any pressure from others.
Thanks for watching. We hope to see many of you this Sunday. If you determine that staying home is what's best for your family right now, we'd encourage you to continue to join us by live stream. We will be live streaming all of our services. If you have any questions, feel free to get in touch.